Red Bull KTM factory racing has closed a remarkable chapter, and what a chapter it was. After 16 seasons together, the Orange Dynasty and five-time FIM World Champion Jeffrey Herlings part ways with respect, gratitude, and a highlight reel that feels almost unreal. The story began in 2010 when a raw 15-year-old from Geldrop walked into the factory, awning with equal parts precocity and purpose. Within 2 GPs, he was already on the MX2 podium in Italy. 2 weeks later, he won on home soil in the Netherlands, announcing himself with the kind of authority that makes veterans glance at the pit board twice. From that moment, the arc of his career and the trajectory of KTM's MX program felt fused. Herlings' bond with the KTM 250 SXF became the stuff of modern motocross mythology. The lightweight quarter-liter redhead and the teenager with bottomless speed carved up MX2 like it was destiny. 61 of his record 112 Grand Prix victories came on that platform, delivered with the same relentless rhythm, whole-shot pressure, racecraft and ruts, and those late moto sprints that seemed to bend lap charts. The crowns of 2012, 2013, and 2016 didn't just add trophies to the case, they established him as the most decorated KTM rider in MX2 history and turned an already formidable race department into the benchmark everybody else chased. In 2017, the baton passed to the premier class, and Jeffrey grabbed it with both hands. The move to the KTM 450 SXF did not sand down his edges, it sharpened them. Even when injuries tried to interrupt the cadence, Herlings refused to have a season without a statement. Every year he lined up on the big bike, he won at least 1 Grand Prix, and twice he ran the table all the way to the championship, 2018 and 2021, proof that his brand of speed scales to any displacement, any circuit, any pressure. On days when the track got rough and the ruts went to the axle, the number 84 turned motocross from chaos into geometry. The Orange story stretches far beyond the World Championship calendar. Herlings dipped into AMA Pro Motocross and left his fingerprints there, too. Race wins on unfamiliar soil, a reminder that speed translates in any language. At home and across the UK, he stacked domestic titles, and when national colors called at the FIM Motocross of Nations, he delivered the same uncompromising front-running form. That versatility, sand, clay, hardpack, sprinting or closing, made him as feared on Saturday afternoon as he was on Sunday. It's easy to tally numbers, it's harder to quantify what those numbers did for KTM. The relationship was more than rider and machine. It was a sporting partnership that endured personnel changes, regulation shifts, and the inevitable challenges that come with chasing the very edge of performance year after year. Through it all, the core stayed intact. Engineers who knew how Jeffrey liked a chassis to talk back, mechanics who could read a lap time off the way he clipped a berm, a rider who squeezed every last second out of practice the same way he did out of last laps. Today, Red Bull KTM salutes not just a champion, but a cornerstone, KTM's second most decorated world champion, a rider who helped define an era and push the brand's SXF lineage into legend. 16 seasons, 5 world titles, 112 Grand Prix wins, all on KTM SXF machinery, and an identity built on the simple promise that if there was a gate drop, Jeffrey Herlings would be there to try to win it. The trucks are rolling in new directions now, as they always do in racing. But the imprint of number 84 remains stamped into the clay. The speed, the stubbornness against pain, the precision through ruts that looked like rivers. Red Bull KTM Factory Racing offers its thanks and best wishes to Jeffrey as this extraordinary alliance reaches its close, a partnership that began with a boy on a 250 SXF and grew into a legacy that will echo through every Orange bike that lines up from here on.